Mateusz Gamrot versus Rafael Fiziev. Okay, so the card overall, when I looked at the card, I was like, this isn't the most stacked card in the world. Not super excited about it, but I was super excited about Fiziev versus Gamrot. That fight on paper was set up to be a banger. Right, Mateusz Gamrot, really strong grappler. Fiziev, I feel, is one of the most creative strikers in the division, in the lightweight division. So I was like, okay, it's a classic grappler versus striker. Not to say that Mateusz can't strike himself, but he's really known for his strong grappling, right?
Yeah, his crazy pressure, his crazy cardio, his like chain takedowns. Like he's like glue. It's like really hard to get him off of you. Whereas
Yeah,
Fiziev, it's really hard to touch him. So it's like it's a great matchup style wise. Yeah, I was
I
looking
love
forward
the
to
matchup,
this
and
fight.
then but also knowing just that it's and right off the bat you saw high level matchup.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
These guys are amongst the top in their division,
and a Shark Tank of
and
a division.
yeah, and you see right off the bat, I love some of the combos that
Mhm.
Fiziev was throwing. A lot of his you mentioned like chain wrestling for Gamrot. This was a chain striking, if you want to call it, for Fiziev. Punches and bunches, man. And
Punches and
and the way
bunches.
that he was mixing it up right away, like there's this one combo, perfect timing, Rich. Our
Yeah,
producer Rich in the background putting the pictures up. If you're watching or if you're not watching, you put pictures up. Tune in to
yeah.
YouTube. But he comes in top couple shots and then comes in bottom couple shots like right to the liver,
hmm
and you could just see Gamrot back up like, okay, this is a little different. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? This is
like
my boy Fiziev coming in with some solid strikes.
yeah, and I was impressed with shout out Blunderbub. We will definitely talk about that. We probably won't put that on the stream, but we will definitely talk about that with the Tyson Harrison thing. But shout out Blunderbub. But yeah, Gamrot did a decent job. You could tell, uh, like he was landing his straight punches really well on Fiziev. And I think that's because like his entry for his straight punches look very similar to like a drop for a takedown. He really sits down on his jab, um, and like I saw some people talking about like wow, like Fiziev got like he got landed on way more than I thought he would in that first round, and it's like yeah, he's worried about getting taken down. Like that happens all the time, right? When if the threat of the takedown is there, then
Yeah.
the defensive striking is going to drop a little bit. But I thought Gamrot did a great job of mixing in takedowns or at least showing takedown attempts, um, and he used that to land his own punches. But yeah, Fiziev had like more sting on his shots, I thought,
Oh, for
and,
sure.
and
And Rich, if you could
the
keep this picture
combos
up there for a second,
because
because
that
we're gonna
is
get
the
to this
picture.
picture, yeah. But
Yeah.
one of the things I wanted to call out with Fiziev too, because we talk about like his creative striking, right? And one thing that Fiziev's really good at, as well, is using his feints to set up his
Oh
shots
yeah.
more than others, right? And there's this, maybe he went to the well one too many times, I don't know, but there's this one move where like he's standing in orthodox for a little bit, and then he feints the right just a tad bit.
hmm
Hands go up for Gamrot, and then he comes in with the left to the body,
Yeah.
and it was landing beautifully, man. You could tell that those were some solid shots. But we asked Rich to keep this picture up for a reason, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, Rich, can we go back one picture?
Huh?
At the end of the first round, there was a crazy scramble, right? Where Gamrot
Yes.
shot for a takedown. They're rolling all over the place. Fiziev defending expertly, ends up getting to all fours, gets to the cage, get back up. Gamrot's back on the takedown. The round ends with them on the ground. And it was kind of a crazy scramble and no real like set positions. They never settled.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then, yeah, the second round, Fiziev throws that kick. And then he immediately goes down. And you're like, oh no, he broke his foot. Not good. Because if you go back, you can see Gamrot blocked that kick really well. Uh,
Yep. I
you
mean, you
know,
see the right foot right there on the elbow, right underneath the elbow, right?
yeah. So like you're kicking forearm. There's no meat blocking. There's no padding where you're kicking there. And it definitely hurts to block those, but it also hurts to kick someone in the elbow, especially a pointed elbow. Shout out Montatoni saying Fiziev won. um, but yeah, he
If
goes
DC
down.
were to read that, he'd be like, "But you lost."
Yeah,
But he
but it was a
lost.
draw.
Yeah.
uh,
DC, man.
yeah, so he goes down, and you're like, oh no, he broke his foot or something. Gamrot lands a couple shots on the ground and pound. They call it. Gamrot's stoked. Fiziev's still down. You're like, man, that's not what we wanted out of this fight. And then they
Yeah.
show the replay, and while Bisping and Cruz are arguing about if it was a blocked kick that broke his foot or anything like that, Fitzgerald is trying to talk to them, say, "Hey, he was holding the other leg. It wasn't the kicking leg." And
Yeah,
they're
the
like not
doctor's
listening to him.
literally checking the knee.
Yeah. And Fitzgerald just can't get a word in. They're too busy arguing about it. But yeah, and then they show the replay, and you can see that posting leg when you kick, because what you want to do is you step forward with that to plant so that you can kick, but you also open it up, right? You show them the inside of your foot when you plant it, so your
Yep.
knee does twist, and then you can kick over it. That's how you like get the torque, right? You point your toes not directly at them, but outside of them with that planting foot. You kick over it, you turn your hips over, but then you see in slow motion, you do see his knee like shift as he
Yes.
throws that kick. Yeah, and then he goes down. Not good. Not good.
Not good. And then it makes you wonder, right? Because maybe he was somewhat injured coming into this fight, or it was the intense grappling
Could have
that
been.
might have caused some of the shifting too. There was a sequence as well where Gamrot grabbed that exact same leg and put it over his shoulder, trying to dump Fiziev, and that something could have happened there with the hyperextension that led to, So at the end of the day, look, not how you want to see a fight end, but Gamrot won, right? It's a W for Gamrot.
And people were kind of like, Monster Tony disagrees.
Yeah.
But I saw people hating on Gamrot too for like celebrating after the win, and it's like he's in a fist fight. A guy just kicked him. He went down after he blocked a kick, and then he finished with a ground and pound. He didn't know, and even in the interview, he was talking about. He's like, "Yeah, we trained like blocking body kicks like that and stuff," and people were like, "Wow, dude, he's not even, like he's kind of." People were pissed at him for it. And it's like he doesn't know, dude. He was just in a car crash.
Yeah.
You can't expect him. No one told him that it was the other leg or anything like that. Like
Monster
you just
Tony
don't know.
just puts the asterisks there.
And that's the other thing is a lot of people are like, man, Gamrot keeps getting these wins that have asterisks on them, and I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. How about dude? I know that Will, you don't like the commentary very much. Okay, but last night I did enjoy Dominic Cruz's smart ass capabilities during a lot of these situations. So in this one, in my notes I put down, Brennan says we hope he heals quickly. Dominic Cruz right away comes through with a little Bryce Mitchell prayer in the back.
Yeah,
said, you'll be fine. And I was like, oh, Dom Cruz,
dude,
that's silly guy.
He was going so hard at Bisping all night. Anytime Bisping would say something, instead of like allowing it to develop to correct him and like use the fight to correct him, he was like, actually, blah blah blah. Like there was a point where Gamrot was trying to take Fiziev's back, and he's like, and we all know what he's wanted. He has one hook in. We all know what he wants to do. He wants to step over that other leg, get the other hook in, and take control. And Bisping's like, actually, if you grappled, what he's trying to do is like, it's like, damn, if you grappled, why are you trying to talk shit so bad against Bisping, man? Like, what he like. He's so focused on like, and I do think he's a very good analyst, but he's so focused on being like, I know what they're doing. Everybody else is wrong. I see it. And it's like, dude, come on.
Dude,
like,
come on.
You don't
The
have to
part
be
though
mean.
where
You don't have to be mean about it.
oh, well, we'll talk about the other things that he said later on. But
yeah,
hey,
there's
overall,
a few times.
Props to Gamrot. I know that there's an asterisk
fight
behind this one for some folks, but I think that what we did get to see between Gamrot and Fiziev, Gamrot has shown that he's absolutely belongs amongst the top level of that division.
Yeah,
so say what you say, what you want to say, but guys, 23-2 now.
23-2.
That's not easy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, some would say that's good.
Yeah, Monster Tony says Cruz is so salty lately about refs. It's too much, and I wish I could turn him off. He thinks there's only one way to get it done. Yeah,
more fight companions. So Monster Tony can just join us and not have to listen to Dom Cruz. You know what I mean?
I love doing the fight companions, man.
I know, they're so much fun. If we just had more time. Hey everybody, Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. And don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Goes a long way. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.